Hey, sunshine.
I like it.
Sweet. Yes, thank you, thank you. I gotta figure out why I be trying to drag at the beginning. You can't be sunshine and dragging like that.
Sure. Nah, you gotta be upbeat.
Upbeat, I know. Yes, welcome to Conversations with Celena. I'm so excited about tonight's episode. I hope that you are excited as well. I have a special guest here with me tonight who has an amazing testimony. She's a new author, and I cannot wait to introduce her to you all. So go ahead and let's take a moment to share the video. Please be sure to share, and then we'll be right back. So before we get started, I just want to take a moment to just remember the lost loved ones in 9/11. And someone sent me that young lady today and just said, never forget the Miss Acker from Picayune who has 2 children at the time that it happened. I don't know the names of her children, but we just want to take a moment just to remember those that we lost in 9/11. So thank you for joining this episode. I know that Tuesday we're going to be at Sisters on One Accord. That will be my night to speak. And then on Wednesday, we'll be back here with Tom Piper, and he will be talking about investing. So you don't want to miss that. Be sure to send any questions that you have to conversationswithcelena@gmail.com, or you can put them in the chat during the live. So if you have any questions for Tom, please be sure to get them together because I know he'll be more than happy to assist you. And let's see, on Saturday, we're going to be at IHOP in Picayune. It is coffee, crepes, and conversations with Celena. So just join us to have a little sip of coffee, a piece of a crepe, and an amazing conversation. I can't wait until that happens. I'm excited. It's the very first one that we have. We've been meeting in the evening for dinner, but now we're going to switch it up a little bit and have coffee in the morning. Don't forget to go vote for, what is it, best local personality. That's going to be at the Picayune item under contest. There's businesses there. There's other people that you may want to go vote for. But while you're out there voting, please remember Sunshine over here is right under, I think it's people, and then it's local best personality. So go vote for Sunshine. And I think that's it. The last thing is, don't forget your self-care. Do not forget self-care. We did a 7-day challenge. I did not fall off, but I wasn't able to go live every day because there was just a lot going on last week and situations arise that, you're not always able to do what your heart's desire. But nevertheless, I was able to walk the 5K. Let's see, do some bubble bath. What else did I do? Kalissa, what do you do for self-care?
Right now I'm just taking a break from trying to take a break from social media a little bit, trying to pull back, even though I have the book out, but still trying to make time for God and worship. And my most important self-care is I dance.
Okay.
I
Okay.
dance
Well,
all my
honey,
problems.
next time you dance, text me and say, Sunshine, it's time to dance. And I'm going to get up and I'm going to dance because that is an amazing way. I'm sure it's a stress reliever and you can lose weight. I mean, it has so many benefits just to dance.
Yes.
But yes. And so I understand pulling back, getting off social media as much, getting off the phone as much, getting in the word more, meditating more, because that's the
Mhm.
place that I'm in right now, because I've realized that you sow so much into other people that you
Yeah.
start to suffer, you start to become empty. And so it's
Mhm.
time to replenish, it's time to renew. And the only way you can do that is if you set aside time each day, not just
Mhm.
once a month, not just when you have a
Oh,
challenge put before you, but every
correct.
day. So I really
Yeah.
want to live a balanced life. But I do have to give a shout out. I don't say names because everybody don't want a name. But during this self-care, one of the things, I opened up the mail the other day and I had this in there. Aren't these cute? So here's the box. And I had these. It was so cute.
Oh, those are so cute.
Aren't they cute? I know y'all like, girl, if you don't get on with the thing. And then I had this as gifts.
Oh wow,
But
I love that cup.
I know, right? See, every day I pray at 3:33, so it has the scripture right there with 3:33, and
Yes.
that's yeah, it's super cute, right? It's a reminder. And then these beautiful children sent me these. I took the bracelet off, so I wore that already. But like these earrings and bracelets and stuff, and they're
Oh
young, but they wanted to make sure that they sent Miss Sunshine, something. Isn't that sweet?
wow. Yes, I love kids. They are amazing.
Yes, well, they're young, and just the fact that they thought about me, I love it. So, again, thank
Yeah.
y'all so much, everyone that takes the time out to watch, to like, to share, to comment, and then y'all know I love gifts. So, that was perfect. All right, so I know y'all are just like, please, Sunshine, be quiet and let Kalissa talk. But let me just tell you, um, I'm so excited about Kalissa being here with me tonight. She snuck in and brought me one of her very new books. Where is it? What did it do it? Girl. I literally just had it in my hand. Oh, I put it right here when I picked up the gifts. So
Yes.
I have my book. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, there's my book. And Kalissa is a visionary, entrepreneur, children's minister, dance instructor, and a mental health advocate who has overcome
Yes.
self love with being born differently, drug addiction, domestic violence, prostitution, and etc. through the love of ministry and serving. Kalissa is the author of her new book, The Manifestation of His Creation, that displays how you can find your purpose, y'all. Find your purpose and identity while overcoming life's obstacles. Kalissa is also a graduate of the University of Southern Mississippi. Southern Mississippi to the top. That's me too,
Oh.
girl. With a bachelor's degree in social work. Kalissa's prayer is that her book has touched one person, then it has reached many. So if her book has touched one person, she will be satisfied. But really, we want it to touch many. So without further
Yes.
ado, I want to introduce to you the very new author, Miss Kalissa Hinton. Y'all give her a round of applause. I gotta start making some there's gotta be something to make that noise for me. I'm gonna have to get it where you're clapping
Yeah.
right after the introduction. But we know you got a virtual clap. Yay, go Kalissa. Y'all pray for me. Something's going on with my voice, but I will not be silenced. I'm saying it just like that. I will not be silenced.
Yes,
I don't know what it
ma'am.
is. Yes. So, Kalissa,
Yes.
thank you for being on Conversations with Celena. Thank you for just saying yes. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So we just want to jump right into the book, and then we can kind of backtrack a little bit. But tell
Okay.
me, like, why did you decide? Because your degree is in social work, but why
Hmm.
did you decide that I'm going to write this book? And I'm going to be completely transparent. Where did that boldness come from? Because so many of us have a story. As a matter of fact, I think everyone has a story, but everyone's
Yes.
not going to tell theirs in a book. But for those who have been prophesied that they will
Hmm.
write a book, those who have a burning desire to write a book, can you share with us where and how? Because the stuff that I read so far, I'm like, um, I don't don't think I'm that courageous and bold just yet. So y'all gonna have to get my stuff in bits and pieces because I'm literally pulling back the layers as we speak, one little layer at a time. Not like you like, whoo, here it is, raw
Yes.
and just like raw. I was like,
Yes.
okay, girl, tell it like it is, Kalissa. So go ahead on and let us know a little bit about that.
Okay. Actually, the book is predestined, and predestined means that it was supposed to come to pass. When I was 12, and if anybody, picks up the book or, get the book or read the book, when I was 12, I was prophesied over by an ordained minister, and he said, "You will manifest with your arms." Now, at 12, I didn't know what the word manifest meant, but I knew it had something to do with my arms. And so I was born differently from other people. I was born with a rare blood disorder called TAR syndrome. And what that is, it's a blood disorder that has the loss of platelets and one bone in each arm. So it makes my arms short. So I was born with short arms. Um, so he said, "You will manifest with your arms." And at that time, I didn't love myself. I hated myself because I was different from everyone else that looked normal. And I didn't understand, why did God create me this way? I never understood that. So from 12, that's when all the trouble started. I started drinking when I was 12.
Mm,
I had an eating disorder around
wow.
12 or 13. Um, I started having promiscuous sex with not people my own age, but older men around 13. I got on drugs when I was 16. I had a cocaine addiction around 16. I was raped at 18, and I
Good
was in a
God.
domestic violence relationship from 20 to 26. So that's 14 years of my life after he has prophesied over my life. 26, I got out of the domestic violence relationship, and God saved me at 26. When he said me and, telling me everything that I had to do, all the process I had to go through, the first step was getting clean and sober. So I entered myself into a 12-step program, which is at my church, called Dying to Live Ministries. It's a faith-based rehab, drug addiction, prostitution, anything that you're going through. So I entered myself into that. A couple of weekends after that, we had an encounter, which means you're going to encounter God for that whole weekend. And that's when things just started coming out, started unraveling, all the hurt, the pain, bitterness, forgiveness, everything that I felt in me, because I didn't know why I created to be different. So after that, we had like a women's conference. But during
Kalissa. Kalissa. Uh-oh. Is she freezing for anybody else or is it just me? Can y'all hear her? Oh, okay. Let's see. Somebody must have called her. Hold on, y'all. Let me try to get her. Okay. Um, she's coming right back. Y'all be patient for me just a minute. All right. Well, hey, sunshine. Whoo, child. That was a lot in just a little bit of time. And see, the enemy knows that somebody needed to hear exactly what she was saying. So if y'all just hang tight, we will be back in just a moment. I'm not going to go anywhere, but I will go ahead and do the video one more time. And this will give me an opportunity to share as well as you. So if you don't mind, go ahead and share this video, and I'll be right back. Okay. All right. So I was trying to get in touch with her by the phone. Maybe she's logging on a different type of way. But y'all, that was amazing already. She had been through a lot in just a short period of time. And I'm sure so many of us can relate to that, even, if not everything, because it went from being promiscuous to drugs and just so many different things. And I told her, girl, I cannot wait to hear this testimony. So I know that's why we're having problems. But I just want to thank you for hanging in there with me. It should be just a moment whenever she comes back. So I have a gift to give away. As a matter of fact, I have a gift to give away. So if you would like to get this gift right here, it's all wrapped up. You can't even see what it is. I know what's in there because I had to kind of tie it up like that. But type gift in the chat, type gift, and this will be a gift from, let's see, where is it? From the shop. So the shop is on East Canal Street, and that's 216 East Canal Street. It's called The Shop. The owner is Shauna. And if you put gifts, because I'm giving away a gift, you put gift in the chat, I will pull the name and I will deliver this to you with a smile. So Sunshine will deliver if you live locally. Hold on. But even if you don't live here, that'll be an excuse to get on a plane. So make sure to put gifts in the chat for a chance to win that gift. All right, Kalissa. Girl, we know you got something to say.
Oh, the devil is not gonna get this. Whew.
No, not at all. So you were talking about going to the service. So it kind of started breaking up for me, it started breaking up around the time that you were talking about the deliverance service. And girl, because I need to
Okay.
hear that one. So start back right there at that point.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So we had an encounter, and that's when I started unraveling everything inside of me, all the pain, hurt, bitterness, unforgiveness. And then we had a women's conference. But during that whole time, I was on my 31-day fast. And
So how do
at
you
the
do
end
the
of the
31 days? Let me stop you right there. How you did the 31-day fast? No food, no contact. What did you do?
So it's called the Daniel fast, and you can find it in the book of Daniel. I think it's Daniel
Okay.
chapter 2. And it's really a 21-day fast. So on this fast, you can do away with bread, meats. Basically, I just did nuts, vegetables, and water, and
Okay.
prayed morning and night, and fasted from 6 a.m. to 3. So it's like 8 hours. But
Okay.
so the fast is only 21 days, but I did it for 31. So, because I was desperate. So,
Mhm.
so I was desperate to find out my purpose and the will for my life and who was I supposed to marry. So, in a dream, at the end of 31 days, God revealed to me everything I was supposed to be doing from 5 to 10 years from now. And in that dream, it was everything surrounded the book. So the word that was spoken over me at 12, I got the exact same word that he got. So that makes it predestined. It was supposed to happen.
Okay.
So that's when actually writing the book, that was my third time writing the book. The first time I
Oh no. Honey, if you hanging on up in here, you gonna get a blessing tonight because I'm telling you, anytime this happening like this, and we're on Wi-Fi, Kalissa. Yes, indeed. I got y'all for the gift though. Mm, mm, mm.
was exactly what I wanted to be. But then I started writing it the second time and it was out of anger. So God had to deal with me like through all the processes. He had to deal with all the pain, the hurt, and the unforgiveness before I can even write the third version of the book. So now the second version was centered around me. The third version is centered around God.
Mm-hmm.
So this book is not just about my story, but it's about every generation before us and after us. So that's what makes it about purpose and identity. My story is just a background to lead you to your purpose and to lead you to your identity so you can see how my life was transformed by all the processes I had to go through.
Mm-hmm.
So now with this book, it's not just about me, but it's about everyone in the world and the generations after us.
Wow. So I'm telling you, we are determined to get through this because it started to break up a little bit, but I think we got the gist of it. I missed some of the first book, but I think I got the second and the third book because the second book was out of anger and it was about
Yeah.
you. And the third book was about God and how he transformed your life, right?
Yes.
And so, even though we know that, the Lord helped you write this book, how did the complete transparency, because there's some things that you've shared in the book, I know I wouldn't be able to, well, I shouldn't say that because you never know. But right now, where I am today, I'm still trying to figure out a way to communicate about my abuse because I'm not trying to identify people, but I also don't want to live my life continuing to protect people either because it kind of still, it ain't kind of, but it still keeps you in a certain type of bondage. Like I feel freer, but I don't feel completely free because I'm still careful how I talk. But baby, in that book that you wrote, it's like there's no protecting, there's no I mean, and maybe to a certain degree you did because you protected the names. But when I say you put it out there, you put it out there. So how did you manage to just be okay with it? Did you get backlash? Because usually when people put things in books of that nature, you have close family members, you have friends, you even have strangers looking at you like, I can't believe you put all that in the book. So did you get any backlash from your book? Ooh, she is completely frozen. Now we don't never had this kind of problem. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. Hang tight. Y'all are so patient. Okay. I think we're back. You there, Kalissa?
Yes, I'm here.
Do you have your phone on do not disturb? Are you getting text messages or phone calls or anything?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. I don't know what it is. And you're hooked up to Wi-Fi? Kalissa.
Yeah.
Okay, you are hooked up to
Yeah.
Wi-Fi?
Can you hear me?
All right. I
Yeah.
can hear you now, but it keeps like freezing some. So go ahead, let's start back where we were.
You was talking about the transparency.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. The transparency actually comes from the Bible always tells us it's better to be obedient than sacrifice. So
Girl, I'm gonna have to send you a tripod over there or something. Well, y'all, we're gonna get off. Would y'all please come right back? I'm gonna send her a new link and we're gonna try this all over again. Um, oh, it looks like she's trying to come back. What?
did it freeze again?
It did. It started spinning. I was about to send you a new link, but we're gonna try it again because I can hear you now. I'm on the desktop on Wi-Fi. So it seems to be a good signal.
Okay.
Okay, let's try it again.
You can hear me now?
Right now I can.
Okay. That's good. Okay. But yeah, the transparency was came from obedience. But the backlash I did get from it was my ex. Because I'm not gonna say we have communicated in the past, but for me it's a form of healing. So writing this book, it brought on a form of healing, and it released everything that I was feeling from the abuse and everything that I went through during my teenage years. So I didn't really get any backlash from family or anything, but
That's good.
I guess a lot of people not that transparent.
No, they're not.
So the boldness and the huh?
The boldness and the transparency
Can you hear
comes
me?
from what? Yes, but it cut out. The boldness and transparency
Oh,
comes from what?
it's from obedience, and it just comes from a form of healing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's amazing to me because the people that have come on previously, they definitely said there was backlash when writing their book. But people eventually they understand that that's where the healing comes from, is the writing and the being transparent. And so that is a blessing, because if you can get all of that in a book and be okay with it, because I think I'd be somewhere still trying to peel myself up and pull it together. Because like I said, the portion that I read, and then you wrote a poem in there, it was called The Choice. um and I read that a
Just
couple times. And huh?
yeah.
What'd you say about it? Yeah, I mean that sums it up. That poem sums up, seems like, from the beginning up until now.
Yes. Yes. And that actually, a lot of those poems I started writing when I was 12. So, like I mentioned earlier, dancing and writing is my saving grace. So,
Mm-hmm.
with everything I was going through, from the disorders and the drinking and the drugs, I knew those two things. I could just, those were my go tos, and that made me safe. I didn't have a growing up I could talk to or relate to. I Well, just be honest, I didn't have anybody to relate to because I was born different.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm the only one. My mom, my father, my other sister, other brother. I'm the only one that's born like this. I didn't have anyone to go to and say, "Hey, how do I supposed to do this, or how do I supposed to love, or how do I supposed to carry?" I had to learn thing on my own.
Wow. So are you
So
still
with
here to
writing
have?
and dancing together, you
Can
can
you
go
hear
ahead.
me?
No
Oh, okay.
questions.
Yeah, so you were talking about you were born
Yeah.
differently. I know in the beginning you were talking about the surgeries and stuff that you had to have. Are you still having to have those type of surgeries, and have you just completely embraced who you are? Because that's what it sounds like, that you've completely embraced who you are, and you you love God, and you love who you are. And I'm sure at some point you may have felt angry about being different, but now you can embrace being different. Or did I get it wrong? Or am I right? Am I in the ballpark of how you felt versus how you feel now? She's just smiling.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Um, you touch bases on all that. If you When you read in the book, I was very angry at God. Very angry at God. Um, I wish I tried to kill myself so many times. I tried to commit suicide sometimes to leave here. I wish my mom would have aborted me. But after going on the fast and after learning why I was created the way I was supposed to create it, it was natural for me to become who I was supposed to be, who God to be. Was different. Still in all those messed up places. And that's like a lot of us. When we're still in that messed up place and that dirt, we don't understand what's going on because we don't know what God's plan is. We don't understand his plan. We don't understand his purpose for us.
Mm-hmm.
But when you go through the processes that he has you to go through, and it's not gonna be one of that be pretty. But you go and you and the result to be and who you're called to
Okay.
embrace.
Y'all y'all have been so patient tonight. What we're going to do, I'm going to send her a new link and
Had to
just
get
book her.
not be. This
right back
and
here.
love.
We can't, we're not able to hear clearly. So we're gonna end this one and start right back over again, because this needs to be heard, and the enemy is not going to win, because you can't be messing with me like I'm just about to give up. I've been through too much. I am not about to just say, oh well, let's reschedule, unless we done tried every single thing. So we're going to log off, and we're going to ask you to come right back here in about 2 or 3 minutes. Just give us the time to create a new link, get it sent, and then we'll be right back live. All right, we'll see you in just a minute.